Hi, this is Shweta Chordia. If you are a finance person, you must have heard about accounting standards and auditing and assurance standards issued by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Progressing ahead, we are going to discuss briefly about international financial reporting standards. These international financial reporting standards are issued by International Accounting Standards Board. Let's discuss the objectives first. The basic objectives of IFRS can be traced shortly to bring consistency, provide framework, bring synchronization in accounting practices to facilitate comparison. Now let's discuss them in detail. The world has become global village. We need to compare the performance of companies across the globe. But each country has different set of rules, laws and regulations. To make their financial statements comparable, we need to bring consistency in accounting practices and principles. If framework can be provided to the entities across the globe, all entities will provide essential information in financial statements and present the financial statements in identical manner. This will lead to bring synchronization in accounting practices across various nations and will facilitate comparison of various entities. Now the question arises, are we following the IFRS in exactly same manner as they are issued? The answer is no. We did some modifications suiting to our circumstances and situations. This is called as convergence of IFRS. So India has opted to apply IFRS after making certain deviations from original IFRS. They are known as Indian Accounting Standards. Short form is IND AS. Each individual IND AS contains an appendix that explains the modifications. Now let's discuss to which companies these IFRS are applicable. The first category is companies whose equity or debt securities are listed on stock exchange or they are in the process of being listed on stock exchange in India or outside India. Second category, unlisted companies having net worth of 250 crores or more. Third category, holding subsidiary, joint venture or associate companies of the above mentioned companies. Now the term holding and subsidiary can be defined as when one company holds more than 50% voting power or more than 50% of share capital in another company, the first company is considered as holding company and second company is considered as subsidiary company. The term associate companies can be defined as when one company has significant influence on the decisions of another company, the two companies are considered as associate companies. So these three categories are there who has to follow IFRS compulsorily. However, one can apply these IFRS in their accounting and financial statements voluntarily. We need to keep in mind certain points. Those companies to whom Indian accounting standards are not applicable will continue to follow existing accounting standards issued by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Second point is As we know, banking companies have to follow guidelines given by RBI, and insurance companies have to follow the guidelines given by Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, that is IRDA. So banking companies and insurance companies have their statutes and they shall apply Indian accounting standards as notified by Reserve Bank of India and IRDA respectively. What are the benefits of adopting IFRS? The first and most important benefit is the financial statements of the entity will have wider acceptability. The financial statement will be accepted as they are prepared by the world at large. Second important benefit is the financial statements will be comparable with the financial statements of any other entity operating anywhere in the world. Third point is the entity will get elaborated guidance from the international agency like International Accounting Standards Board about how to apply principles given in standards in different situations. And last and the important benefit is the principles of IFRS are revised and modified if there is major change in the economy. Means the entity will get modified standards if there are major changes in economy. So the benefits are far big enough to adopt the IFRS while preparing financial statements. The entity will get elaborated guidance and modified standards as there are major changes in economy if the entity follows IFRS. Thank you, and let's meet in next video very soon. Thank you so much.